What's in my disc bag? This is the Link bag from Squatch, specifically Ezra's Signature Series bag. I love its open design, and it has plenty of storage for anything I could need out on the course. Before I dive into what's in my bag, just so you have a little bit of a background on my experience with disc golf, I've had this bag for about 2 years, and it was the first bag that I ever bought. And when I first started getting into it and buying a bunch of discs, I really gravitated towards Clash discs and their brand. So some of the molds I still have from Clash in here, which you'll see in a bit, but yeah, that's just some backstory on me. I really loved Clash and their naming convention with foods. I just thought it was kind of funny and cool. So yeah, let's get into the putters. So putters live right here in the top slot for me. I've got 3 of them. I putt with the Candy from Clash. When they first released them a couple years ago, I bought some right away and just kind of thought it was a funny name more than anything, and kind of cool to putt with the Candy. So I've used them ever since. I'm very used to them. I've got 3 in the bag. I putt with this one specifically, and these 2 are, you know, just what I use for warming up before rounds. So yeah, just like to have a handful of discs to practice putting with or to warm up before rounds. But yeah, this one's my main putter. In this next slot, I have my 2 approach discs. We'll start off with this one. This is the Tempo from MVP. A pretty straight approach disc, which I love. Love it for forehands and backhands. And I think it's a really great complement to the other disc that I have in my bag for approaching. This is the Peppermint from Clash. This one's specifically in the Sunny plastic. The Tempo is in the Particle Glow. But the Peppermint I really love. I'm using it honestly for like 90% of my approach shots, I'd say. Love it for forehand. The plastic does feel really good. And yeah, since I started out with Clash and just buying a lot of their discs, this kind of fills that zone slot for me. So yeah, love the Peppermint, it's great. Next up in this slot down here, I have 3 discs that are kind of just like tester discs for me, I guess I'd say. Just like discs I'm trying out, or like trying to see if they're gonna work, and maybe they'll work my way into the bag eventually. Just kind of a fun little experimental slot. I'm not really grabbing from it too often, but I guess to start off, this is the first disc I have. It's the Popcorn from Clash. Trying this out for like touchy backhand approaches and just like, you know, straight point and shoot shots. It's been great so far. That's honestly a shot that I don't have a lot of confidence in, but I'm working on it. So that's the slot I got right now for that one. And then the next disc I have, this is a Zone with a Beaver Ranch stamp. That's a course in Colorado in the mountains. It's gorgeous. I used to live in Denver, so I'd play this course a bunch, but now I live out in the PNW. So before I left, I wanted to buy a disc from them. Went up and got this Zone, and I know the Zone is, you know, loved by so many people. So I was like, oh, might as well give it a shot, see how it compares to the Peppermint that I'm used to throwing. So yeah, love this so far. I mean, it's a little more glidey than the Peppermint, I would say. But yeah, it's been nice to kind of throw it for second shots, and it's definitely working its way into my bag for sure. And then lastly, in the slot of like 3 discs I'm testing out, this is the Soda from Clash, also in the Sunny plastic. I think this stamp is pretty unique for Clash. It's very minimal. I do like the stamp a lot. I honestly don't throw this disc a lot because I don't want to lose it, because I do like the stamp so much. But in terms of Soda flights, I would say in the Sunny plastic, it's definitely more overstable than a normal Soda. So very unique. It's very like torque resistant. I can throw it pretty hard and it's always gonna fade back, which isn't true for like normal steady plastic Sodas for me. So, but yeah, like I said, rarely throw it, just kind of have it in the bag as a fun little cute stamp. So yeah, that's the Soda. All right, so moving down to the main compartment down here from left to right, I have everything ordered by speed. So these 4 right here are my like mid-ranges and throwing putter slot. Yeah, let's start with these 2, I guess, because they're pretty similar. So I have or they are similar, they're the same disc. It's the PA5. Bought this one first, loved it. It was just a crazy flippy putter for me. That's just what it is. It's kind of a nice hyzer flip pushy putter, which I hadn't had in my bag before. So yeah, I was stoked on this one, and I was scared I was gonna lose it because it is kind of a touchy disc to use. So I bought another one, got 2 of them. Haven't lost them yet, stoked on it. But yeah, these are amazing. Love these discs so much. Next up, we got the Buzz SS. To be honest, I don't throw this a ton. I prefer to throw the PA5 over this. But if it is just a little longer of a shot, or I can't get a PA5 there, I'll grab this and throw that instead. Love how this feels in my hand. It is a great disc. I just tend to gravitate more so towards the PA5, at least for me and my arm speed. But yeah, got a Buzz SS in the bag as well. Next up, we have PA4. This one's pretty special too. I got this from Broderick, who's another disc golf YouTuber. Met him out on the course, and he had a spare PA4 that he just gifted to me. So of course I had to put it in the bag, and I've been throwing it. I got it from him pretty recently, so I've been throwing it here and there a little bit. Still kind of getting used to how it flies, but it's great. It's very similar to the PA5 with just a touch more stability at the end. So been loving it so far, and also blue's my favorite color, so that's pretty sweet to get this from him. So yeah, shout out Broderick. Next up, we have my favorite disc in my bag. This is the Clash Discs Cookie in the Sunny plastic. I'm grabbing this for any long forehand shot that I need on the course. It's so reliably stable, and it's always gonna fight back at the end. I use it for flex lines sometimes if I need to get a little more flight out of it, but it's so reliable. It feels so good in my hand. I love it for forehands, like I was saying, and yeah, it's just a great disc. Can't recommend the Cookie enough. If I had to recommend one disc to somebody from my bag, I would definitely say pick up a Cookie, because they're just a perfect slot for that 7-speed control driver. Next up, these two discs are the same, but just different plastics. We'll start with this guy. This is the Insanity in the Eclipse plastic. Truthfully, just bought it because it has a red and blue rim, and it just reminded me of Spider-Man, and I love Spider-Man. So, but it has become just like a nice pushy, but also has a little bit of stability at the end, more so than other plastics in the Insanity. But yeah, love the Eclipse. It's nice for like lower powered shots. If I don't have a full run up, or I'm just like stepping out from a tree, I can still trust that this is gonna give me a little bit of distance. So same thing with this Insanity. Just reminded me of like a watermelon when I saw it. So love the Insanity though. It's kind of like a touchy approach for me if I need it, or just like random low power shots where I don't have a full run up, like I said. So yeah, got two of them, love them both. They're both great. All right, next up in my bag, I've got 5 of the same discs, a couple in different plastic, but this is my go-to driver off the tee, and it's the Trail from MVP. Love this disc. This specific one is what I'm throwing off the tee pad for 90% of my driver shots. But yeah, I've got 3 in the Neutron plastic. This blue one, obviously, this blank blue one, I'm kind of working into the same slot. It's a little bit more stable, but still love it. And then this Trail is pretty brand new. Just like, I don't know, I like them for second shots too. Just like to have a couple options. I think it's kind of fun to have a driver that you know and you trust, and just have a handful of them in your bag so that you can kind of have some fun second shots, or in case I lose one on the course, I'm confident because I still have another backup. So yeah, love the Trail. Those 3 are all Neutron, and then I've got, this one is new in the Proton plastic from MVP. To me, flies very similar, love it. To be honest, so the reason I have 5, I did lose a Firebird recently, and I just bought this, so this is kind of taking place of the like slot in my bag, just like the quantity of discs I need to fill it out. So, but yeah, loving this so far. It flies very similar to the Neutron ones for me. And then lastly, I have a Fission Trail. This one's very understable for a trail, but love this for like big backhand turnover shots where it's not gonna fade out at the end. It'll just keep pushing over to the right side on a backhand for me. And that's just a special shot that I love. So yeah, got 5 Trails in the bag, and stoked on them. Next up, I have 3 Wraiths in my bag. Honestly, if I need to go like a big forehand off the tee pad, I'll be throwing one of these. Truthfully, they're all pretty similar in stability, so I don't really have like a preference per se. I'd say that this Yoshi one is probably my most prized one. I would hate to lose this disc, so probably not grabbing this if there's a chance of me losing it or like going crazy out of bounds somewhere. But this one is a Beaver Ranch stamped one, which is really cool. Got it used at another round in Denver. So stoked on this one. My most I think this was like the first Wraith that I bought, honestly, and I've loved it ever since. Bought a couple more, and it has been a little bit more reliable in the wind for me compared to the Trail. So yeah, love the Wraith. It's a great disc. All right, next up, this is an Expanse from Thought Space. Truthfully, only bought it because a lot of people were talking about how comparable it is to the Trail. So I was like, oh, let me try it out. And the stamp and the plastic was sweet and just feels really good. So yeah, have it in the bag. For me, it's a little bit more flippy, at least this specific one, compared to the Trail. So, but I mean, the stamp is so cool, had to keep it in the bag. I throw it second shot on occasion, but yeah, rare that I throw this one, to be honest, just because I have a bunch of trails. But yeah, that's the Expanse. All right, last disc in my bag is the Wild Honey from Clash. Truthfully, this was one of the first discs that I bought from Clash, and it quickly became one of my favorites just because it's an easy bomber disc for beginners. So I was able to get really big distance from this, and it just kind of felt like a cheat code to me. So I've kept it in the bag. I honestly don't throw it too much anymore, but if I had to recommend a distance driver to a beginner, I would definitely suggest the Honey. Great disc. This one's in the steady plastic, feels great. Yeah, Honey's a great disc. Those are all the discs in my bag. Let me know if I'm missing anything. I haven't tried every disc from every brand, so always open to suggestions. If I had to pick 3 discs out of my bag for you to try if you haven't tried it before, I would suggest definitely go throw a trail. They're cheat codes. Definitely find a cookie if you can. They're also great. Love the cookie for forehands. And then I would say, just like personal experience, personal preference, I do love the peppermint. So if you can get your hands on a peppermint for approaching, I think it's so reliable for me. Let me know what you think, and maybe a slot that you think I'm missing, because I'm always open to suggestions. Thanks for watching.